Union Legislature. Election of the President. President, Prime Minister and Council of Ministers are included in the Union Legislature. Union Legislature implements the laws formed by the Parliament. Election of the President. President is the head of the Union Legislature, elected by an electoral college having the elected members of both houses of Parliament, known as the MPs. The elected members of the state legislative assemblies, Vidhan Sabha of all states, and the elected members of the legislative assemblies, MLAs, of two union territories, that is, National Capital Territory of Delhi and Union Territory of Puducherry. A president must be a citizen of India of 35 years of age or above and should be qualified to become a member of the Lok Sabha. The tenure of the president is 5 years. Powers of the President. The President has normal and emergency powers. Normal powers. He calls sessions of the Parliament and addresses its first meeting. He signs upon the bills passed by the Parliament. When the Parliament session is not being held, he issues ordinances as per need. He makes appointments to vital posts like the Prime Minister, members of Council of Ministers, governors, judges of Supreme Court and High Courts, etc. The international alliances and pacts are made in his name. He makes and presents the Union Budget in front of the Parliament. He is the Supreme Commander of Armed Forces and appoints the commanders of Indian Army, Navy and Air Force. Also, he declares the beginning or end of a war. He pardons, lessens or postpones the punishment given to criminals. In case of death sentence, only he has the power to pardon. Emergency powers. The emergency powers of the President are applying emergency in the case of war, external attack or armed revolt. Article 352. Imposing emergency in a state in case of a constitutional crisis. Article 356. Imposing financial emergency in case of a financial crisis in the country. Article 360. Vice President. The post of Vice President is second highest in the country. He requires the same qualifications as that of the President, except that he should be eligible to become a member of Rajya Sabha. His tenure is also 5 years. He is elected indirectly by an electoral college consisting of members of both houses of the Parliament. If the post of President gets vacant due to resignation, impeachment, death, or other reasons, he performs the functions of the President. Prime Minister and his Council of Ministers. All the executive powers actually vest with the Prime Minister. All the powers of the President are exercised by the Prime Minister. With advice of the Prime Minister, President appoints the ministers of the Council of Ministers. Cabinet Ministers, State Ministers, and Deputy Ministers are jointly called as Council of Ministers, while only Cabinet Ministers are members of Council of Ministers. Major functions of the Prime Minister. As the head of the Council of Ministers, the Prime Minister has these functions. He advises the President regarding appointment of ministers. He allots various portfolios to the ministers and even reallocates them. He presides upon the meetings of the Council of Ministers and controls, directs and coordinates the working of all the ministers. Being the leader of the party in majority, he works as the leader of the House. He works as an anchor between the President and the Council of Ministers. He gives information regarding important constitutional matters and decisions of the executive regularly to the President. Union Legislature. Election of the President. President, Prime Minister and Council of Ministers are included in the Union Legislature. Union Legislature implements the laws formed by the Parliament.